Ha! Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I got a very special unboxing and review for you. This is Robosen's first auto-transforming Decepticon. It's none other than Megatron! That's right, I'm so excited. We've reviewed the auto-transforming Optimus Prime, the Grimlock, even the non-transforming, Bumblebee and Buzz Lightyear as well. But now Robosen is releasing Megatron, and I'm so excited for this. Full disclosure, what you are seeing in front of you is an early release product. I'm recording this on Monday, April 15th, 2024. It's going to be officially unveiled on April 25th, 2024. So you will not be seeing this video until then. I'm just recording it early. But just full disclosure, because there may be a few things that vary with the package. I was told that, for example, the quality and the color, may change. I think one of the logos, Decepticon logos or something, might be purple. There might be some variation to what you see here, but it should still give you a pretty close idea of the final release of the product as well. I'm also not feeling the greatest, have a bit of a headache, got a cough drop in my mouth, but you know what? I'm just too excited, and I couldn't wait. So just please bear with me, but we're going to get through this, and I'm so excited. Let's just jump right into the box itself, and then we'll open it up and get to it. But here it is right here, the collector's edition of the Megatron. Really sick artwork right there. This image of Megatron on the box, and then you move to the side and you see it carries over to the side there with the 40-year logo as well, and Transformers in this sick-looking purple color right there, which looks awesome. Again, I don't know how the final version of the box will look, but this does look sick regardless. Very, very excited about this. This whole thing, this Transformer, some of the notes I have from Robosen are, it's designed as a more modern aesthetic piece supervised by Takara Tomy Japan. And it has an advanced industrial design that allows for more electronic components to be fitted into a confined, narrow body. So they've been able to fit in a lot more into here as well, which I'm very excited about. And yeah, let's just keep scrolling around. Cool logo right there. Megatron Decepticon logo. Even at the top, you got that right there as well, which is really cool. Very, very exciting. Yeah, this is the box itself. And then the other side has some, details, some stats, I guess, some information as well. It does transform. So the conversion right here is talking about robot and vehicle conversion. It transforms, and if you can't tell from that image right there, it transforms into a tank. So there it is right there. They have what they're calling Motion Craft 2.0, which means that the transformation is now more fluid and more sophisticated compared to the flagship Optimus Prime. And in tank mode, here's the cool thing about tank mode, because all the Robosen stuff is remote controlled, right? It has individual controlled track treads. So the tank can even perform pivot turns and everything. And it even has 4 tank shells that can be shot up to 60 centimeters as well, powered by an advanced electric spring release mechanism. Lots of cool stuff as well here. Voice activation. It has more than 200 voice commands, okay? And if you're wondering, it is voiced by Frank Welker, voice of Megatron from the G1 series. So that is indeed the case. It does have 36 high-precision servo motors, 118 chips, more than 4,500 components as well. There's a few other notes that are not listed on here, but I just want to call out real quick. There are 2 touch sense zones. So they're little zones that you can interact with on Megatron. It's like touch sensitive. And it even has over 4 times the number of lights than Optimus Prime. So there's a lot of other stuff, but that's kind of some of the highlights there. Yeah, let me just see if there's anything else on the bottom there. Not really. Let's just kind of get to it. Let's open it up. All right, here is the box inside, and now I get what Robosen was saying, right? I think this is really what they're talking about, where this is not necessarily the final quality and cover of the box. I'm assuming this is what they mean by how the logo will be purple, because as it is, it's kind of like fading off. This is definitely an early release version but I don't care. I'm just excited. But, you know, the idea is you'll have this, you'll have a logo, Megatron, that sort of thing on the box. The other thing that was inside was this little cutout of Optimus Prime. So I guess you can, like, set this up and, like, have Megatron maybe fire at it in tank mode or something. So I'm excited to play around with that. But what I want to do now is just my first impressions opening up this box, and then we'll actually get it set up and stuff. So on the side, you got two little clips on the side there and on the side here. So just like the Grimlock, there's clips on both sides. So I'm just going to lay this down like this, open up the clips here, and on the other side as well. All right, without further ado, I hope I'm doing this the right way. I guess so, because look, when you open it up, you're presented right there with Megatron in tank mode. Oh my gosh, that is so sick. Oh, dude, that is so cool. And this is actually a nice little display, too. So this is the first time, I think, that the Robosen box, the top part actually comes off. I don't know if the final version will be like that, but it almost is like a nice little display. It says Robosen. It's got a Decepticon logo and stuff there. Dude, this is actually pretty cool. I like that. And it does have a little touch-sensitive button here, so I'm assuming this is probably one of those touch zones. There's a power button right there as well, with some stickers. All sorts of cool stuff here. Shall we start doing this? Shall I start peeling stuff off? So let's peel that off. Peel off where the power button is as well. There's going to be lots of bits of plastic to sort of take off, but oh my gosh. Oh, okay. It has a good amount of weight to it. Wow. Okay, actually, you know what? I think this might be the heaviest one that they've done. I'm just basing that off of my own impressions. I might be wrong, but it almost feels heavier than Grimlock. That feels like substantial, you know? All right. Now, is there anything inside of here? Or like, I feel like there might be in the box or something. Yeah, I think, okay, this part does slide out, I believe, right? Yeah, okay. So before we get to the actual Megatron here, which I definitely want to get to, let's see what else is inside the box. So that comes off. Ooh, all right. Cool stuff here. We have the Energon mace right here. So it is, you know, very flexible. This whole piece here, the ends, these are all kind of like, oops, these are all kind of rubbery as well. Yeah, so he can hold the mace and use that as a weapon. That's going to look sick. That's going to look really sick. Definitely will be trying that. We also have the Energon sword right here. Pretty decent size. Looks really, really cool. So we'll definitely play with that. And then you also have 4 of these that I guess are going to be used in tank mode to fire, which is really cool. All right. Inside this box, we have... Oh, this is the charger and stuff, it looks like. So you have a charging brick. There you go. USB-C. And your USB-C cable. And that's everything that's in there. Quick start guide. Looks pretty cool. So we got a safety manual that has the tank right there. And there's what Megatron must look like right there. Quick start guide. So So walked you through what's in the box, how to do the power on off. You can basically use voice commands and it'll, you know, it talks about that. Here are the voice commands that you can do. So you can, you know, pause the video and look at this in more detail if you'd like. Touch interaction. So this is what I was talking about with those touch sense zones. Easy programming. So very quickly you can connect and get set up. How to attach the accessories like the Energon sword and the Energon mace as well. How the tank can fire those bullets. The Energon sword does light up as well, which is cool. Links to download the app. Charging as well. So this should actually have charging indicators on it as well. So you can actually see battery levels directly on Megatron. Read the user manual, contact us. There you go. So that's pretty cool. And then I believe this is the special coin. So there you have it right there. Ooh, check that out. The Megatron coin. 40 years. Decepticon. That's sick. That's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And I know you're all like, why are you spending so much time on the package and all this stuff? I know, some people just want to see the robot. You know what? You can skip ahead and do that. I want to show you everything so you get to know all the details that there are. That's what you get on my channel. So hope you are enjoying all of that. But now let's get to the Megatron, right? Here it is, right here. And, dude, this thing is sick. It's a little hard to hold up in front of the camera because it's kind of heavy. But, like, I'm trying to show the detail there. That's pretty awesome. So, what I'm going to do, there's a few little pieces, as you can see, of, like, plastic tape, that sort of thing. I'm going to take all that off. I want to get set up here. And then I'm going to show you the transformation. And you'll get my first reaction to it as well. So, let's take a look. All right, I have the Robosen Megatron right here in a space where I actually have some space to be able to transform it, because I don't know how crazy the transformation is going to be. Got some of my family behind me as well. A few of us are sick, so like I said, stuff is going around. But you know what? We're all excited. We're all ready to see how this looks. So let me turn this thing on for the first time. I haven't seen this happen yet. I tried to take off all the plastic. Might have missed some.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
Whoa, look at it light up like that. That's so cool. All right. That already is really awesome. All right, are we ready for this? Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. Hey, Megatron.
What's wrong?
Transform.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
Whoa, look at that. Dude, he's so big. He looks so cool. Oh my gosh, that was epic.
So cool, Daddy.
Wasn't that cool, Reese?
Look at the light up.
I know, he lights up and everything. Oh, there's some plastic here on the feet, so that's why I couldn't catch all the plastic. So let me try and get off all the last bits of plastic here.
Daddy,
before I transform again.
Sword. You forgot the sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna do those accessories later, the sword and stuff. We'll try that stuff later. I just wanted to try it like this. Any other plastic that I'm missing? I don't think so. Oh my gosh, that looks so epic. Oh, his glowing red eyes and everything. That's so cool.
Lights?
Yeah, they're like purple lights up there and stuff. All right, let's try something. Hey, Megatron.
What's wrong?
Attack.
Decepticons, attack! Crush them!
Wow, that actually is a lot more fluid than some of the other ones too. I will say that they did not disappoint with that as well. All right, let's try another one of the voice commands as well. I think he can do, let's see. Hey Megatron,
What's wrong?
Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. I'll crush you with my bare hands.
Oh, that's so great. Okay, let's do some more. Hey Megatron,
What's wrong?
open fire.
Do as I command. Fire! Show no mercy.
All right, we'll definitely play around with this more, but for now, hey Megatron,
What's wrong?
transform.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
That's super, super cool. All right, a couple more things that I want to show about Megatron here. So those touch sense zones that I was talking about. So watch what happens when you touch right here.
Watch it, you fool.
So he gets all like upset if you kind of mess with him over here and use touch sense zones.
Now rip out your optics.
There's also a touch sense zone on the back right here, right over here. So if I push this,
You'll pay dearly for this.
he doesn't really like that. Yeah, there he is right there. Just want to take an up close look as well. And then we'll try out some of the other accessories. I'm not able to get the app connected just yet, but also, again, this is still early release. The app is in beta, so things are going to be worked out. So I'll have that later in the video once I can get that working. But for now, I want to share that. And let's attach some of the accessories now. All right, first up is the Energon sword right here, which, by the way, if you push the button, it lights up purple. It's very, faint. It's not super bright like those ones there, at least in this version. But, there it is right there. And the way that it works is you sort of unscrew the bottom little piece and then put that in the left hand all the way. And then you sort of unscrew it back from the other side. So let me just do that. All right, now it's connected. So now I'm going to do some of the voice commands that use the sword. Now I have not seen this yet, so this is my first time connecting the sword. Hey Megatron,
What's wrong?
conspiracy.
I used too much power against the Autobots. No more Optimus Prime. Grant me mercy, I beg of you. It is over. Optimus Prime has been defeated.
That was awesome. All right. Hey Megatron,
What's wrong?
Energon sword.
Try and stop me, Prime. Nothing can stop me now. Not even you.
It seems so surreal. Like it almost is like animated straight out of the show, but it's here. It's so crazy. Now, there is another thing that also uses the mace, another action. So we're going to attach the mace. It works the same way, basically. So you have the base at the bottom here that will unscrew. And then we will just attach the mace like so. So push it in all the way, and then screw it in. All right, we're ready for this. Oh man, I can't wait to see. Hey, Megatron.
What's wrong?
Unicron. Oh.
Nobody. Nobody summons Megatron.
Dude, it actually like swung that mace. That was actually really cool. Let me do that again. Let's get a little up close. Hey, Megatron.
What's wrong?
Unicron.
I belong to nobody. Nobody summons Megatron.
How sick is that? That's awesome. All right, so it's been a few days since my initial recording, and so now what I wanted to showcase is the app. So this is a not final version of the app, so just full disclaimer on that as well. This is just a beta for testing purposes. So I'll showcase a little bit of the functionality and how this works with the Megatron. So,
What's wrong?
oh, nothing. You don't have to do anything. I said the triggering word, and so he like was asking me what action to do. What's wrong? Nothing, Megatron. Everything's fine. All right, so we're gonna hit connect here. Searching.
Of course I'm functional.
That's what he always says. He pops up. It's already been connected. So there is the app right there. Pretty cool. There's a user manual and stuff. There's some settings in here. So just as an FYI, there's things like volume control, auto stand up, humanoid standing shutdown, touch interaction, auto shutdown, different things right there. But these are the main features. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into actions right here. And this is where you can control the Megatron. You have Action Center, and you can download additional actions as well. So we're going to go to control, and pretty simple controls. You have your movement, your transformation, and then missile firing right there. So let's just do the movement right here. So we're going to move him forward. Let me kind of zoom this out as well so you can start to see a little bit of the movement. Let's move him forward.
Take no prisoners.
There you go. It does move slower than I thought. I mean, granted, it is a tank. Tanks aren't supposed to move fast, but it's a little underwhelming, I will say, in movement. It just kind of, you're just like, all right, ready, and go. All right. It's a little slow, but let's move him back. So he has different sounds that he makes when he goes forward or back. The only thing is he says those every time, and it can get a little annoying. Like, let's say I nudge him forward a little. So there's always that delay in control because he has to speak and then move, which is kind of frustrating. It's not like, it doesn't instantly go, so it's just a little slow. It's like, why can't he talk as he goes or something? It just kind of, and then also the voice can get a little annoying after a while if you're constantly, kind of taking your finger on off the screen. But anyways, the other thing that he can do is, he can turn. So let's say I go slightly to the right here.
Take no prisoners.
So it's actually turning. And I can go the other way.
Retreat.
Let's go back this way. So that's pretty cool. But the other thing that you can do is you can use the left and right arrows to completely turn sideways, which is really interesting. So they do have that functionality. However, I do have an issue with that, and I'll show you. It may happen this time. So I'm going to turn him to the right. So I'm just going to go to the right arrow.
Blast them.
Left rear wheel.
There you go. Did you see that?
Reboot to restore.
Left rear wheel stuck.
Left rear
Every single time I do that, it gets stuck.
reboot to restore.
So the way you have to restore it is you have to hold down the power button.
Reboot to restore.
So it turns off, and then you hold it down and turn it back on. You reboot it. And that's that.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
Now, again, I do have to caveat, right, that I don't necessarily have a final product. So it's possible in the final version that that type of thing is addressed. But as is, with what I have in front of me, the pivoting
Functional.
with the left and right arrow almost always gets it stuck. I'll try and pivot the other direction. I'll control it to the left now.
Blast them.
I hear like little squeaks and sounds, so I'm like really hesitant to like, I don't want to do too much and overdo it. I did have one time where I was driving it around and I could clearly see the tire tread the tank tread was starting to come off the wheels a bit. And so what I had to do, because I was moving it forward then slightly and it kept stopping, so then I had to kind of move it back a little, and then I was able to adjust the tank tread, and then it was fine. So just keep in mind with this, the best thing to do is not do that pivot movement as much and just kind of do those slight turns instead. At least with what I have. Again, maybe the final version is different, but that is, keep that in mind. So it's a little bit, I will say, a little bit underwhelming in the control and kind of that limitation of what happens when it turns. So I hope that that's something, that is not in the final release or whatever, but we're just going to turn it slightly because, oh, hey, it's not moving. Okay, there we go. As you can see, the blast them kind of can get a little annoying also. But anyways, here's the other thing I'm going to do. You have the 4 missiles that it comes with. I wish there was a way to load all 4 missiles. It doesn't look like there is. You kind of have to load them one by one, so I'm not sure why there's 4. I mean, I appreciate getting the extras in case you lose them, but it would have been nice to have them all loaded, and then like you could shoot them all one by one. But as it stands, you just click it in, and it's there. And then it can drive around with it.
No prisoners.
No issue right there. But if you want to fire the missile, you have the missile firing button right there, so let's do that. That's pretty cool. I do like that sound effect. It's pretty satisfying. So we'll do that. Let me try and position Megatron. If I want him to fire in the opposite direction, let me show you how long it takes. All right? So let's do this here.
Blast them. Blast them.
Come on. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm going to do it the other way.
Blast them.
I'm going to turn him around this way. Because I'm so scared to do the pivot.
Blast them.
I don't want to mess it up, you know what I mean? I'll try and pivot just slightly, maybe.
Blast them.
Oh, I don't want to push my luck. That didn't sound good. I don't like the sound it makes.
Blast them.
You can kind of see it rocking forth a little too, when it almost gets stuck a little, All right, that's good enough. So now I want to fire the missile. So let's push the button, and here we go. It doesn't shoot super far, but in this case where I have a hardwood floor, it rolls pretty far. So it's good enough. It's pretty satisfying. I like the sound effect, the movement. It still works pretty well regardless. All right, so the other thing you can do with the app is you can, of course, just push the button in the middle and it will transform. So let's do that. I will say, having used Megatron for a few days, and also been playing with Optimus and Grimlock and stuff as well,
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
I will say the transformation, while it's very smooth and it works really well, it's not as mind-blowing or exciting in a way. It's very straightforward. It just kind of folds open and sort of stands up. You know what I mean? It's very simple, but I kind of like the complicated transformations. When I see Optimus transform, and especially when I see Grimlock transform, I'm like, whoa, how did it get from that to that? Whereas Megatron, I'm like, oh, I get it. It just kind of folds in and does it. It's more of a simple transformation. Some people may really like that. Some people may not, right? It just depends on your preference. So if you like something more simple, straightforward, as far as the transformation goes, Megatron is your thing. If you want something that looks more complex and intricate, not so much. But Megatron in robot mode, I love. I think he looks so cool, so menacing, and it's pretty heavy and stuff too. Got some nice heft to it. and it just looks awesome. Really, really cool. Anyways, here's the buttons you have right here. So this is to kind of do the little actions with his little blaster. You got the sword and the mace, things like that. Pretty straightforward. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the action center. And this is where you have all the actions. A lot of these are the same actions that you have with the voice commands. But there's more actions in here than what you can do with the voice commands. Now, you can also download additional actions, not yet because this hasn't launched yet. So over time, just like with, Optimus with Grimlock, there'll be more actions that will be added. But for now, this is what you have. So I'm just going to pick a select few actions that were not voice commands so you can see just a few other things. So let's do King of Boxing, for example. See, this is where I think Megatron really shines because that animation is really fluid and it looks really cool. I feel like it's one of the better ones out of Optimus and Grimlock. It just looks and feels very smooth, especially because Optimus even has a boxing one that's similar. So that's where I think Megatron really shines. So let's do another one. This is called Tyrant Pose. That's pretty cool. See, this is where the real fun, I think, comes with the Megatron. There's a few other ones as well. So there's like a whole bunch of ones for holidays and stuff. Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Halloween, Happy April Fool's Day. Actually, let's do that. I don't know what Happy April Fool's Day, what's that gonna be?
You fell for my brain once again. Enjoy yourself while you can. For soon I will crush you all. Happy April Fool's Day.
That's interesting. Very, very interesting. There's ones for Laserbeak and Galvatron, Starscream, Soundwave. Let's do a couple of them. Let's do Laserbeak.
Laserbeak, where are your manners? Our guest needs a seat.
All right, Soundwave. Let's do Soundwave. Okay.
Soundwave, this area must be cleared to start our work. Begin generating audio disruptor waves at once.
All right, let's do Galvatron.
The Autobots think they have defeated us, but yet we survived.
All right, let's do Starscream.
Androids do not take work for Starscream. How can you pretend to lead the Decepticon?
And we'll do two more. All right, one is called Great Villain. Okay, and the last one we'll do is Victory. Awesome. See, I love the actions on this. That's where I think this is probably my favorite part of the Megatron. Now, the other thing I forgot to show is you can also control Megatron in robot mode. So he can also walk. So let's do that. Let's have him walk. Let's walk forwards a little bit.
Out of my way, fool!
And then walk backwards.
Get back!
So I will say when he does this, it is a little slow, especially going backwards, but also it makes this kind of weird clicking sound with the legs. And again, this is not the final, like there could be some tweaks, but it kind of almost worries me a little. But also the way he walks, like I get it. Obviously it's got to balance and can't fall, but it does look a little funky because he's like crouched down, you know? So it's kind of like a little odd, like the way he walks. He's like so menacing and all of a sudden he starts crouching down to walk. It's a little silly, but let's have him turn straight left. So it does make that interesting clicking sound with the legs too that kind of, again, worries me a little, but it does work, as you can see. So we'll go the other way. So, okay. And then you can also do like slightly to the right or left so it sort of turns. So let's do that. So that's pretty quick. That works, you know, relatively decently. That movement there. Otherwise, going back out to the main menu, I mean, that's the main actions. You can create, you know, stuff as well. I never really got into that with Optimus and Grimlock, but that feature's still there. There's also a mini theater as well. So when you go into mini theater, there's solo play and multiplayer. There's nothing yet in solo play. There is multiplayer here. When I go into here, it says final battle and take cool photos, both that involve Optimus Prime as well. So I haven't tried that yet, but let's see if it works. All right, well, I have Optimus and Megatron side by side. I don't know if they're gonna move around or what, so I'm just gonna have to play it by ear. I might have to like stop them real quick if they bump into each other, but I figured this looks like they're facing each other. So let's try this and see what happens. I'm gonna hit play. They're both connected to the app right now. Here's final battle. Confirm and start. Oh, whoops, it just gave me some instructions, but oops. Let's see what happens. I accidentally just hit play real quick. It says plot loading, please wait. It looked like there was some instructions briefly about how far apart or something to keep them, but we've already gotten started, but it's loading something. Let's see what happens here.
Such heroic nonsense. We will never forsake this planet or its people. No! I'll crush you with my bare hands! Fire now! No more Optimus Prime! Grant me mercy, I beg of you! Corruption is never a path to freedom. I would have waited an eternity for this. It's over, Prime! We will never give up. We will never surrender.
Okay, that was actually really sick. I'm not gonna lie. It started off a little like, oh, they're just reading off of like random lines, but then the fact that he would blast him and Optimus would like move back like he's getting hit and vice versa. I should have put in the blaster in Optimus's hand. I gotta go grab that from the box, and then at the end when Megatron just kind of fell down, defeated, like that was actually really cool. I'm not gonna lie. That was awesome. So if you ever get the chance to have more than one Robosen robot connected together like that, that's super, super cool. All right, now there's one other scene here called Take Cool Photos. So I'm very curious about this one. So this actually, here's, I'm not gonna hit start yet, but this tells you where to do it. So Megatron's left foot needs to be close to Optimus Prime's right foot. All right. So it looks like Optimus Prime goes there, and then Megatron goes behind him like that. Okay. That looks to be right. So let's see what happens. This is very interesting. Take cool photos. I'm so curious to what this is going to be. Confirm and start. Plot loading. Please wait. Man, imagine if they have a scene with Optimus, Megatron, Grimlock, maybe Bumblebee. Like, they could get pretty crazy with it. Oh,
Stand aside, weaklings. No. What's wrong? I urge you to do the right thing. Dummies. Good move, Optimus. Watch it, you fool. Excellent.
okay, that was also pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That was fun. That was fun. I like that. I like their like dabs and stuff that they did in the middle there. This is cool. This is good stuff. I really like that. I hope they definitely add more of these multiplayer, sessions over time as well. Yeah. I mean, that's basically, how this works. So I'm just gonna close out the app here, and because I think pretty much that's my main thoughts on Megatron as a whole. I showed you the transformations. I showed you the movements. Oh, I guess there's one other thing I should have shown. So let me get this set up while I'm talking here. And I'm gonna also, by the way, turn on Grimlock and Bumblebee just so you can have them all side by side, just for the comparison here. Let me kind of get these all set up on the side while I'm talking here. And Bumblebee. Where's this? Oh, on the buttons at the top. Okay. So he's the non-transforming one. Hey, Megatron.
Bumblebee here.
Hey, Megatron. I didn't say Optimus. Why is he... I wonder if it's still connected to the app, and that's why he's not, listening. So let me pop into the app real quick. I want to transform him into tank mode, is what I'm trying to do, because I want to blast the Optimus Prime thing that it has. So just give me a second, and we will try and do that. Hey, Grimlock.
Yes, we go.
No, Optimus is going to transform if I keep... No, that's not what I want. I was trying to just get Grimlock to transform.
It's extinction.
Anyways. Hey, Optimus.
Greetings.
Transform. Okay, back to robot mode. I need to find a way to get them all to transform together. That's going to be a little complicated, but we're going to have to try and do that at some point. So, anyway, we'll transform Megatron. But essentially, what I was going to say is, I think...
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticon.
Alright, I may have to just do this first because there's a lot of noise, but what I want to do is I wanted to set up the Optimus that he comes with just to show you the whole, that feature of it, I guess, so to speak.
Take no prisoners. Blast them.
I'm just going to back up like this. Okay, let's move forward.
Blast them. Blast them.
Alright, let's move.
Blast them.
Alright, so I've got my sights set on Optimus right here. Got the missile launched. Oops. Let's see. Alright, ready? And fire. Boom. There you go. Alright, that's what I wanted to show. Anyways, let me transform him back, and that way I have all the robots together. But that's really all the functionality of Megatron at this point. Overall, I mean, Robosen makes really, really cool stuff. As you can see, you know, it fits in really nicely. Optimus, why are you posing? All right, well, Optimus decided to pose for some reason. Hey, Optimus.
Greetings.
Can you stand up properly? No, I didn't say transform. I never said the word transform. Why are you transforming? Optimus, you're really not listening right now. Okay, come on. Hey, Optimus.
Greetings.
Transform. All right. I just want to get them all standing side by side. So, by the way, this is the flagship Optimus Prime, not the Elite Optimus Prime. I do have the trailer as well. I just haven't brought it into the video. But, so just in terms of size comparison, just so you know, this is the flagship version. I mean, look, this is pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. Overall, I think Megatron is an awesome addition to the whole Robosen set of Transformers. The information that I have is that he's going to be pre-order price of $899, so basically $900, and then retail price of $1199, so basically $1,200. So Optimus Prime, the flagship, is $1,000. Grimlock, I want to say, is it $1,700 maybe, something like that. I don't remember the Bumblebee. It doesn't transform anyways. So price-wise, he's in between Optimus and Grimlock in terms of retail price. Pre-order, you know, you can get them cheaper. I think overall, it's one of those things where obviously some of it's going to depend on which character you really like the best, right? I think Megatron, where he really shines to me, is in robot mode and with the actions that he does, because those are very fluid. They look really, really cool. There's some really great stuff that he does. The voice clips sound awesome as well. There goes Optimus trying to pose, trying to show off. He's like, look at me, I'm cool. And that's where I think Megatron really shines. I think the tank mode, while it looks cool, is very underwhelming in terms of the remote control functionality. It's slow, it kind of gets stuck and stuff. It's all right. And the transformation is okay to me. It's very seamless, it's very quick, it's very simple. But I kind of prefer the transformation that Grimlock has, which is more complicated. And Optimus is still pretty cool as well. But again, Grimlock is also a lot more expensive. So price-wise, there's going to be pros and cons to all of these as well, if there's any that you're interested in. So keep that in mind. But I do think overall Megatron is pretty neat. And the robot mode is really what does it for me. But, you know, if you had to pick just one Transformer, for me personally, I think the best value is Optimus Prime. And especially if you really can't, you know, afford some of the higher end stuff, the Elite one is just as good. It's just a little smaller scale-wise. Because he looks cool robot mode, truck mode, can drive it around, the transformations, some great actions and stuff that he has as well. So when you go up in price slightly to Megatron, I mean, you're getting, I think, a better robot mode, and it has some really cool actions and stuff, but the tank mode suffers a little. You go up in price higher, I mean, Grimlock is just awesome all around, but it also becomes a lot higher in price, and then also scale-wise is smaller. I mean, Grimlock looks so cool and menacing, but then when you put him next to Optimus and Megatron, look at him. He looks like a little baby. So there's pros and cons again to all of them. And overall, I will say, I do really enjoy all of these, and I took Optimus and Grimlock to a convention recently, and everybody was like, whoa, check these out. I want to see him transform and stuff. And I think Megatron will be just the same, getting the same reactions as well. So huge thank you again to Robosen for sending me these products. I bought Optimus Prime myself, which is what kind of kicked this off, but they sent me the rest of them. And this is just like, just to see all of them together too is so cool. And I can't believe we're at this point, you know, that we got this whole set of Transformers here. And I can't wait to have some more fun coming up with all these crazy scenes and stuff with Megatron, you know, Autobots versus Decepticons, everything as well. That's going to be super, super cool. So anyways, Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions, thoughts, comments. What do you think of Megatron? And if there's anything else that you'd like to see. This is just the first video. I know it's long. There's a lot here, but I wanted to pack a lot of content in there. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see with Megatron specifically as well, or with, you know, combination with any of these. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. As always, take care, and I will see you later.